He is a child of the Newark Rebellion. His mother, he was raised by a single mother who was a member of Amiri Baraka's community organization. Woo. His work has been featured on TV many times, most notably on BET, and his YouTube videos have been viewed more than 500,000 times. He has recorded more than a dozen albums and authored 4 books. He has been featured in Essence magazine. He has DVDs, books, and CDs with him today. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the stage our spotlight feature, Taalam Acey. Give it up for Taalam. Clap, 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 clap. Give it up, give it
up. There is something about the way she conjures the ancestors. She dances when she walks like she's from the Congo. Pure. Congo, like Asada Shakur says, brothers don't understand the science behind her self-reliance. She has a tattoo of Noble Drew on her neck and a tattoo of Marcus Garvey on her breast, and says you've got to have the presence of Martin Delaney if you hope to have a future and you can pass to Malcolm X. Happy birthday, somebody. It's your birthday?
Yes, I'm first.
And hers too? Y'all look good. She is smooth as a Hennessy she's sipping as we listen to Horace Silver playing our 3rd game of chess. And I can't help but stare into the natural texture of her hair as she compares George Padmore with C.L.R. James. And from there, she discusses Rodney's how Europe underdeveloped Africa and compares that to Kwame Nkrumah's neo-colonialism, the last age of imperialism. And as her lips move, I get lost in her rhythm. And as her thoughts move, I get lost in her wisdom. I love it when she sings CCY2 to the children. I love when we go on vacations and she puts that homemade sign on the door that says, "Do not disturb." Nation building. She is Harriet Tubman, loving her people with a passion, fierce like that last chapter in Carter G. Woodson Miseducation of the Negro. We go conjure the ancestors after reports you're reading, breathing life into the souls that surround us like New Orleans, constantly calling me back. I bathe her in compliments. I wrap her confidence around my waist. I taste her ancestors' DNA every night because there's something spiritual about swallowing the same fluids that once forced the physical forms of her predecessor slaves and tribes. And yo, you might think you know me, but if you ain't never seen me with her, then you ain't never seen me alive. I said, you might think you know me, but if you ain't never seen me with her, then you ain't never seen me alive. Because she goes from J.A. Rogers to Abuba Caldwell, her heart beats the rhythm of the Haitian Revolution, and she dances to it, singing the songs of the Cimarron colonies of San Salvador. And as she moves, there's something about the way she conjures the ancestors. There's something about the way she conjures my soul by day and by night. There is something about the way that she has conjured me back from the dead. There is something about the way that she conjures me continuously, y'all, back to life. So, what if this is God's word? What if real poets walk the earth and live lives fit for a prophet's verse, spreading ancient wisdom like the Coptic church, and those that know what they're hearing know that they're hearing something special. And perhaps eventually a poet will be sitting here just to bless you, test you in this world of lies, and if you feel your eyes clouded because they recognize what they're seeing is the truth. And the chills up your spine to provide absolute proof that in this now, where politicians and clergy are proving themselves unworthy of your time, and television shows and music videos are proving themselves unworthy of your mind, don't be surprised to find that God is especially present in poetry dens, guiding poets' pens, and not just those men who pretend to be closer to God than you, by making you ashamed of your sins. The lives that they've lived may not have been what God intends for your salvation. What if this is God's word? What if the Creator realized that the creation's imperfect but only wishes for us to worship sincerely? To not be hypocrites, but to really be concerned about our fellow man. To stand up against injustices in foreign lands. What if this is God's word? What if the poets are closer to Muhammad, Buddha, and Jesus than the preachers? I said, what if the poets are closer to Muhammad, Buddha, and Jesus than the preachers? I mean, think about it, y'all. Which of us living closer to the streets, and which of us living closer to Caesar? Which of us living high up in the hog, and which of us the poor righteous teachers? What if this is God's work? And if so, then poetry is sacred. So ye poets, be concerned. Just step up on this stage with it. Be on your job, because if this is God's work, then stealing from the poor is the same thing as stealing from God. And it's not about your use of sexuality and profanity. It's about whether you use your tools for ahs and oohs, whether you use your tools to improve humanity. But if this is God's work, and I know blasphemous have hell to pay, so I wouldn't say anything on First Street tonight. Nexus Lounge, 1-1. We're present, right? Yeah. Happy birthday. Yeah. That wouldn't be comfortable repeating on Judgment Day. What if this is God's work, y'all? Let us pray. See, here's the problem for y'all, just so y'all know. I will keep going. And then y'all will not know when one poem starts and you know? Yeah. I can tell where your scars are just by the way you walk. And every assault that you have endured has ensured your every step. You are blessed regardless of the animals that have attacked you. And you are pure no matter who has abused you. I know an angel when I see one. And when our kingdom come, it will be you, I, and the Son. And we will be one. We will create children, and our children will create us. Then every night by the light of the moon, I will kiss away your scars to Abbey Lincoln tunes. And I will drink perfume that tastes like you out of a vessel with a waist like you. Then I will draw our bathwater warm so we can soak till our souls are reborn. And you will be safe and secure in my arms, and it will always be this way. See, I can tell where your scars are just by the way you smile. And every night I walk a mile in your shoes, kiss away your tears and compile your blues, till we choose to get sexy with Robert Johnson and Bessie Smith. And I will lick every bit from your soul's revelation to your pain's exodus. And when there's nothing left to sip, I'll massage the tension from your nakedness and then lift you in the most effortless way so you can just slowly ride all your pain away. See, I can tell where your scars are just by the way you moan. And every moment we spend together, I just want your life to just keep getting better. Just want your nights to just keep getting wetter. Never want the trust in our relationship to sever. I want you to just let your mind go till you're ready for handcuffs, candle wax, and blindfolds. I want you to feel me inside of you until time slows and learn to come so hard it'd be like your spine froze. Then lay there asleep till your eyes close with a smile on your face until the sunshine shows. See, it will always be like this. And I can tell where your scars are because I was born to kiss them away. And picture this. My job is to walk around the subject like a photographer. Perfect angle, perfect light, got to develop the picture just right because so many poets just right, and I still do my homework, so I bob hard to the chalkboard. Like my man HB in the name of said, don't want to be no Al Bundy poet. Sitting back on the couch, back slouched, hands in my pants, talking about how I used to be the man, used to run around the world winning slams, but now I got it right tight because everybody knows who the fuck I am. And only old fans praise me. Young cats like Taalam Acey maybe know, fuck that, you must be crazy. He was hot back in the days, he must have got lazy, his shit don't faze me. Hell nah. That's why I don't just raise the bar, bring it to his jaw like a racehorse. If you try to show off, I pull back on the reins like I'm trying to rip his face off. Been pimping the same 3 poems for 2 years, I tell you to your face, you're a fake poet. Yeah, poetry can't change it. Just means people have to wait to see you live and realize you ain't saying shit. Might have been writing for a while, but your style's still juvenile, so who's you playing with? You looking at Max Weber, Herb Britt. The microphone is a camera, every poem is a cover shot, but the motherfuckers is hoping to get discovered off written covers of what I got. My mother did not. Easy. Myself is not much. For me to write poems to get credit for, pay back your credit, or be prepared to set it off like strafe. Music. Cause you to lose a tooth, just sit back, retire, watch me school the youth. My Photoshoot is the truth, the proofs, and the proof. Take a look, have a gander, the man of stamina. Mr. Ridiculous, no other poet's camera can picture this. My job is to make your features seem like an iPod sitting on a tripod. To your mom, she'd be like, why God? And your pops bouncing on you, don't set. Like, look, just tell them I said, nice job. Even take pictures of your entire operation like the vice blocks to the point they don't know whether to call me Kojak or Kodak. Portfolio so fat they don't require mind frames, Taalam chains, aims, shoots, portraits, landscapes, groups, the epitaph, my autograph, and in your photograph. Take pictures of my work and they show them happy, supposed to have respect for my check. The description is it's supposed to give them, it's come straight from God. If yours had not, then picture this, please. Who else in spoken word deserves more cheese? Freeze, frame, sees, game, lights change, stage bleeds till he ends. More versatile than your wide angle lens, your panorama pretends while mine spins ubiquitous. Sometimes I feel like we're taking pictures with a satellite. Look what you're standing around. Who put the camera phone tight? Picture this. Ain't no time for resting on my laurels when every day is an oral exam. And for the next man, I'm a walking target. He want to drive me out of business and take over my market.
Hello.
He's sick of envisioning himself as me on porches, red carpet.
Hello.
Sick of putting out bullshit CDs that barely seem to turn a profit. And it's awkward because this ain't hip hop, so neither one of us got to be the hardest. And it's not that I'm the luckiest, it's simply that I know what my God is. Do the knowledge. We ain't got to talk about summers. I am the only spoken word artist doing independent rapper numbers. Who else orders CDs thousands at a time? The cash is happy to hit the road with 99. I'm not peace on earth, but I am peace of mind. Spoken word is a small world, and a large percentage of it is mine. Now, it doesn't matter who you are. If you own a decent system, my CDs make you want to pay off your car. I am not a star. I'm a businessman. I provide a service, make my people feel like $1 million within a system that makes them feel worthless. Like I snatch them out of the matrix. Like I tell them, go get yourself a glass of water and take this. Like I tell them most of what y'all listening to is fake shit. Like I tell them the marketing, studio time, and the air time is paid for by racists. And I know they hate it when I make them face it. But God gave us spoken word, no different tools to get ahead. And our oppressor gave us that other shit, no different tools to get dead. And they needed the way and we are. Needed the way and we are. Stand in line for the tools for our own demise when you can seem happy to pay. See, since I've been calling, I haven't written a lyric. Why should I when I can call upon spirits with rhythms and flows that dance like Africans who slave on rubber plantations in the Belgian Congo, whose souls blaze more brilliant than Leopold's, and even tonight as new graves grow cold and chlorofluorocarbons warm up the globe, they live like that deep-ass John Carpenter flick. Can we agree that the Orisha still permeates Santeria? Can we agree that Vodon has made itself at home in the Catholic Church? And if so, then when you see me amongst the leaves, don't think that I'm praying to the trees, I'm praying through the trees, just like this poetry is now playing through me. See, I am a vessel, but unlike the good shit Jesus, I float in the direction in which the actual son of me and teacher. See, death is like a prison full of souls that had to surrender, but the inmates can still make things happen from the outside if you help to propagate their agenda. And tree roots, constellations, rivers and streams, these are the evidence of things not seen. Think the Haitian Revolution was just Toussaint and Dessalines? No, that was the evidence of things not seen. They say superstition is the name that the ignorant give to their ignorance. And there must be a lot of superstition going around because care shares a spiritual significance with pyramids and acacia trees and signs and symbols of deities taken from Akibalan libraries and now permanently stored in the Vatican. And who am I? I'll be your operator. Patching you into the infinite. If sex was death, we will be intimate, yet never reaching a climax. Counting millenniums like days, intertwining my destiny with the stars like runaway slaves. You can trace my existence through drawings on caves, and we submit to the same God. My job's to make you conscious of your subconscious, bring you to a new trend-stand till every time your mind gets aligned with parallel galaxies the Pharisees could barely see, prepared to be taken to your ultimate destiny where you'll test to be, to quote me, where ye, am I showing off? I'm sorry. Where ye should be worshipped. But instead, you're surrounded by a perfect circus of clowns. And worthlessness abounds because purpose isn't found among cheap talk and overpriced drinks and men who think that money is the answer but lack the capital to pay you attention, pay you a compliment, and even wait for you to ask a question. It's typical aggression. Pressing for connecting with the temple that they lack the capacity to understand, like a pre-programmed barbarian at the gate that can't wait for the opportunity to rush your altar and obtain the holiest of holies. At first, he had you with his swagger, but every second that he talked, he slowly fucked it up.